Dad and I spent 14 seasons trying to win the Serie A with Bari and Sampdoria with one huge restriction. The director of football was in charge of all of the transfers. So we decided we needed to take back control, and for the next 5 seasons in a versus rebuild, we can sign and sell whoever we like. Will we instantly gain success and win trophies, or will we still be stuck behind the 2 Milan sides in the Serie A? Because this Inter Milan side is absolutely incredible. Well, here is the point system as we go for 5 seasons in charge of everything at Bari and Sampdoria. Right, we're back with our Bari and Sampdoria, but if you haven't watched that series, you can still watch this without having to see that series. We're just in the future.
Yeah, just taking them on from where we finished off, a straight new challenge.
Exactly, and basically we were relying on our director of football very heavily throughout those 14 seasons, where we only got to do 1 transfer at maximum each year thanks to a spin of the wheel. And sometimes even that didn't work. No. So, I mean, if you watch the series, you might have enjoyed that sort of trouble that we had. But if we're looking at how we ended up, now, Dad overall won the challenge, but not because of how well we did. Because this is season 14, and as you can see, I was in 5th and Dad was in 8th. So we hadn't quite yet built the teams to compete with Milan and Inter, although we were flirting with it. And you can see, going back through the years, there was a couple of 3rd place finishes in there as we eventually rose, but I think the best that we did was you won a cup and I won a conference league, something like that. So anyway, a brand new start where we are taking control and we are controlling the transfers. And don't worry, we'll introduce you to the rest of our sides as well. But let's have a look first at the transfers that I made this season, now that I had full, obviously, capabilities of doing so. So it started off the last transfers by our director of football in the February there, and I've only made 3 transfers since. Now, being in Italy, of course, we have the non-EU rule, and that comes into play quite a lot. Straight away, in fact, the non-EU rule where I cannot register a player and nobody understands why, because everybody says, no, you just have to sell an EU player, non-EU player, to a club abroad.
Yeah.
Right, well, okay, so Nezinho left. He went abroad. That didn't happen. I think this one, Mexican, yeah, he went to Celta Vigo, which, again, that's not in Italy. Still couldn't register him. And Marcus Vinicius, another Brazilian, who, went to Lille, a different country, and we still couldn't register Caceres. I've no idea why. I sold Robert Ransack for £33 million. He was my 31-year-old striker that my director of football brought in last season for £13 million. Scored 18 goals, managed to get rid of him to Al Ahly for 33.
Good profit.
Really good. I'm happy with that. But that did obviously mean that, I mean, at the time, if anybody watched the series, I had every striker in the world.
That was so funny.
It was like, we sell 1, we buy 3. And that happened every single season. We just accumulated loads of strikers. Nezinho was another one who I managed to get rid of this summer. So I didn't need to bring in any replacement strikers. I wanted to bolster the midfield, which is why Caceres come in. But unfortunately, this season, we still cannot register him. And it's such a shame. He'd be our best midfielder. But Luciano Fontana did come in and can be registered. No, he can. Both of them. I forgot. Both of them could not be registered. And it's so frustrating. £61 million on Ali Amiri, who plays centre attacking midfielder. So this is the only signing I've been able to make which I can actually use this summer. Well, this season. I don't get it. I really don't get it. No matter how many times people explain to me in the comments, I think I'm doing the right thing, it still doesn't work. I sold 3 non-EU players to a different country and I still couldn't register. And they're after, you can see the dates, they are after, and I still couldn't register these players. So I don't know why. If somebody would like to tell me why, be my guest. It probably still won't work for me.
That's why I don't like playing in the Italian league.
Yeah. Anyway, I've changed my tactic to this. We still got 3 players up front. We've now got an attacking midfielder in Amira. You can see how many strikers I had because we've still got 3 players playing. Now, remember, Fontana, Caceres, neither of them can play. So we'll have to have a look and see who plays instead of them. So Benedetti would probably go in there. And defensive midfield, I did have a couple of good defensive midfielders, to be fair. Alejandro Ramirez is one player that I actually picked up from Dad, but I think Raul plays quite often too. So let's have a look at the side. We've got Sky Vink, who came in very recently on a free transfer. One of my better players there. He's 31 now. Marquez was also arguably the best transfer that was made, but it was by one of us.
Yeah.
Because I managed to pick him up on a free transfer.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah.
So free transfer, and he scored quite a lot of goals for us. Pedro Marquez plays very well from the wings. Obviously, he's got great crossing ability, etc., and good passing ability. But yeah, what a free transfer. And Lima as well, who was a player who's scoring loads of goals despite only having 11 for finishing and doing really well as a striker. Amiri obviously goes in there. You've just seen him. Raul goes into a defensive midfielder spot. Very quick. I'm happy with him. Begic is another player that my director of football signed quite early on. Well, recently. Not early on, but a few years ago. £28 million that I was very pleased with. And he's come into the lineup ever since and been really good, to be fair. My trouble while I have been here is the defenders. He never was really buying me good centre-backs. I brought in Temel myself, who is okay, but the one next to him, Ordenes, is all right. And he's been here for ages. £2.8 million. Flanagan was a player that my director of football actually bought from Dad for £21 million, and he's been playing here for a long time now. Benedetti at right back, again, I was hoping it would be somebody else. It wasn't. Di Giacobbe is a recent signing. £2.4 million they signed him for last season, and he's been my number one goalkeeper, so I'm happy with that. Outside of that, there are a few players that is in the lineup that can play quite a lot. Chirico being one of them. He was a £3.2 million move. You can see how many games he does play. Doesn't quite get the amount of goals and assists that I would hope for, which is probably the reason why he's not in the first team schedule. We started the season not great. We have lost to Inter Milan 4-1 at home, which is a bad one. Jordan Palermo is why I say this is not great. If you beat Palermo and then lose to Inter, you're like, okay, that's all right as an average start to the season. But a nice little win against Hellas Verona away from home. Let's have a look at your side, Dad, and your transfers. You've had a little bit more better luck than I have with the non-EU players. You sold £23 million worth. A couple of players gone out, the likes of Manuel Vitor, who you tried to lock in one of the seasons. Never really developed into the type of player that you were hoping he would be, unfortunately for you. But he's all right.
He's all right, but yeah, he just didn't develop. No, that's right, yeah.
Thomas Christensen was a player that I remember your director of football picking up a long time ago.
Yeah.
You finally sold him for £2.8 million. So he has left the club now at age 35. Still not bad, to be honest. But let's look at the players that you did bring in. So the last player that we can see was Miguel Guzman, that your director of football did bring in. Not a bad defensive midfielder,
I was quite pleased with that when he brought him in. Yeah,
but we've got Checker, who came in. You got a lot of free transfers.
I've done well
Some
on the
good ones.
Free market, yeah. So, yeah, strengthen up the midfield straight away. Good centre defender, centre midfielder, and he possibly can go into the attacking midfielder if I want him to as well. So, yeah.
While we're on it, new gen faces. Hopefully, very soon we'll start to see what the new gen faces will look like in FM26, because that game is looking absolutely fantastic. You might have seen our videos about it. If you're looking to pre-order FM26, now I'll leave a link at the top of the description to use my Fanatical link, which will take the discount straight off of it when you get to the checkout. Or if you just use code Omega, you'll get yourself an extra little bit off. But it's £38.90, I think, around about that, to pay for it, which is cheaper than Steam, but you get given a Steam code. So when you buy it through my link, you get given the Steam code, so you can activate it in Steam, so it's as if you bought it from Steam. But it's a Sega approved website, Fanatical. We use it every year, but by buying through my link, you also help support me as well. I get a bit of a kickback, £1.60 or something of your purchase comes to me for full transparency. But maybe that's a reason to do it. Maybe you think, I ain't giving him any money, and you don't give it. It's completely up to you. But the link is there anyway. Loads of you have already used my code. I really do appreciate it, because it helps us as full-time creators just have a little bit of extra pocket money around, obviously, the Christmas time through providing you with the content and you buying it through our links. So I appreciate it. It's at the top of the description.
Best £38 you spent.
You heard it here first. He's going to get probably one gifted. But, yeah. Anyway, the next player, another free transfer from Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes.
Again, a cracking player.
Another striker. Getting in a good striker yet. Only 25, so I'm hoping this guy will score a few goals for me this season.
Yeah. Non-EU. Risky.
Yeah, it was
risky. He can play, though. He can play.
I wasn't as bad as what you were for the
luck of it.
The non-EU players. He was doing all right for me. He wasn't buying them all foreign players and all that sort.
No. Yeah. Gianluca Esposito.
This is where I sort of I was making sure I was sort of buying Italian players. I was sort of I have a good look around for Italian players first, just to be on the safe side.
What a player for a free transfer, though.
Oh, 100%.
22 goals for Lecce.
Yeah, his finishing is on 17, his composure is on 17, and his and he's fast as well.
Rapid.
Everything
fast.
you want from a striker. So to get
and
him on,
he has the iconic name.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's part of the family, isn't he?
Yeah. It would be hilarious if his brothers... No.
I don't think he was, no.
So sometimes a new gen can come through and be related to, obviously, real-life players, but not in this case. Gianluca Esposito, the most Italian name ever.
Got to be in it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
How's he not got a cap, by the way?
Oh, no, yeah. He's 28, and he's like
mental.
that, and he ain't got a cap. That's unbelievable in it. So, yeah, I think this is such a good signing for me.
Yeah.
Really pleased with this signing.
Consistency as well. Doesn't like important matches, but consistent. That might be why he has got an international cap.
Yeah.
Stefan Ullier from Slavia Prague, £12 million.
Yes. I mean, there's never centre back sort of just getting one in, really. He's a good ball player as well, so knows how to pass the ball around. His tackling's really good. His jumping reach is not too bad, but his heading's all right, 14. And he's quick, which is what I like in a centre back. So
good agility and balance.
Yeah,
bit of turn of pace.
Yeah,
he can't jump and he's not that tall, but when the ball does go over his head, he turns fast enough that he might be able to recover. So that is Ulrich. And then we got Michael Laurent, who is from Club Brugge, £27 million. This is your most expensive transfer.
Yeah,
you can see why. And for £27 million. That's still a bargain.
Oh, it's a bargain, really.
Little story about this, though. Dad stole him from me. Now, normally, our little rule is if one of us has got a bid in for a player, you then cannot bid for the same player. It's open season. If you're just scouting.
I just missed it. I didn't see the bid, so
But I had already had a bid in there. And then I went, where's that attacking midfielder that I went to sign? Why isn't he in my side? Typed his name in. He's wearing a Sampdoria shirt.
Just goes to show he had an interview with both of us, and I won.
Cheat.
However, I put my hand up.
Very good.
I put my hand up. You did put in bid for him first, but I just didn't see it. I just seen the 4 stars on there, thinking, wow, this player's really good for that price. I'm having him, and I just went bang. And I didn't look to see if anybody else put a bid in for him.
He is very good.
So I do put my hand up for. Yeah, I do. I apologise for that one.
Yeah, what would you like to see in the future, though, when FM26 comes around? Do you want us to scrap that rule and just be open season? Or do you think we need to abide by this rule where if one of us puts a bid in, the other one can't? Because we never buy players off each other. That's just one thing that we've never done anyway. But
I think that rule could stay in. But
it's not that we've got a rule about it. It's just neither one of us wants to buy or sell anybody.
I'm not going to agree to sell my best player to you if you put a bid in for him. I'm just going to put no, aren't I? So
I'm just going to activate release clauses left, right, and centre. But yeah, if you want us to scrap that rule, where obviously if one of us puts a bid in, because it could come in for funny stories, but also it could screw each other up. Where if somebody's got the better team, you might not be able to get any good.
He's going to go to a better team, isn't he? Yeah. So yeah,
so we'll see.
For me, that's a hell of a sign. For 27 million, that's a bargain. That's just nearly as good as my the free bargain I had.
For Gianluca.
Yeah.
Martin James, though, from Torino, goalkeeper.
Yes, he's a proper name of a goalkeeper. I mean, we know a Martin James goalkeeper, don't we?
Do we?
From Cornwall?
No, that's Nigel
Martin, yeah.
Not even close.
No, close I am with names and all that, so yeah.
Nigel Martin is very different to Martin James. Martin James actually is a French goalkeeper through the PSG Youth Academy in real life.
How is that a French name? Come on.
Martin James. Where was he born? He was literally born in Versailles in France, so he's definitely French. Then we've got Francisco Barredo, another one of these players from Boca Juniors. You've got some unbelievable players coming into the lineup.
2 really good attacking midfielders I've just brought in, and these guys know how to finish as well, so what an attack force I'm going to have now this season.
Very Pablo Aimar-like.
Yeah.
Let's have a look tactically then. So you're switching things up, going to a 4-2-2-2, but with one centre midfielder that's pushed further forward. Now, Dad's team did have some quality players in it already. We'll have a look through the ones that were already here. We've got the likes of Esposito, obviously, up front with Burrito. So 2 new players. In fact, the front 3 is new.
Yeah.
With Voilemans, who came in, which was a director of football purchase for £37 million. From Nantes. He's been great for you.
Probably be one of the best ones that he's actually signed for me, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would say so too. I think he's been one of your best players.
Yeah.
Xhaka goes in as well, so that's 4 of the front 5 all going in. Mercier is a recent purchase which you added to the Director of Football's transfer target list. And signed him the last couple of seasons, £32 million. Then we've got Suarez on left back there. We've got Muniz, who is actually unregistered, so he wouldn't actually be playing. I think you've got better centre-backs, but one of those weird things.
Yeah.
Ullier is also there. Tuchel at right back, not Thomas. Jan Tuchel, who is Dad's right back. I think your defence is a lot worse than what your
attacking
forwards
definitely.
are. Because on the bench, I mean, you've still got Marco Nasty, who's been here for
He's been there a long time. He's done so well for me as well.
Yeah.
He's scoring goals every season as well, wasn't he?
But he's 33 now.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
You also had Oscar Bob come in very recently, who's doing quite well still. And then you've got Dennis Girl, who in the last couple of seasons was banging in the goals for you and is still really good at age 33.
Well, you look at he's played 93 games for Sampdoria and he scored 59 goals.
59 goals, yeah. You got
He ain't
27
done bad, has he, for me?
goals in his second season there. In that season, you were really good. So a great average rating as well. And he's only played 3 appearances this season, all off the bench, and has an 8 average rating, which is pretty good. I mean, we did see that Norwegian the other day come off the bench, score 4 goals, and only get a 9.9 average rating. But that was because Erling Haaland got the perfect 10 with 5 goals and 2 assists. Fair enough. So yeah, that's Dad's team.
I've got a bit of work to do on my defence, I feel. I think my attacking formation now, players, I don't have to touch now. I'm going to worry about that. So, I'm sort of looking from defensive midfield back, improving that for the next 4 seasons after this season.
You ought to do, didn't you? Just wait to see who I go for.
Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I?
And then put a bid in for them. I mean, I'm just going to do loads of non-EU players and hopefully you pick one of them up. Now, schedule for you, Dad. You're top of the league. Not surprising. You haven't even conceded a goal yet. You haven't played the best
They're not a bad
teams.
defence, then, are they?
No. Fiorentina can be tricky.
Yes.
I don't think they've
Away
really
as well.
done a lot. I mean, we are 14 seasons in. I don't think they've done a lot in those 14 seasons. Empoli is one of those ones which one season they were up in 3rd with us.
Yeah.
And then the next they're mid-table. Up, back. They've been a bit of a yo-yo side in terms of where they have been in the league. But yeah, you beat them 3-0 away from home as well. So you've had a great start.
Yeah, brilliant start.
But you don't have any European football this year.
No, that's right, yeah. So that could benefit me, really.
It could.
Providing that you don't win.
Exactly, because points-wise,
That could
I'm in
kill
the
me.
Europa League.
Yeah.
I've got Galatasaray, Rangers, Leipzig. There's some tricky teams in here. Now, the Europa League, as you look at it as a whole, Leipzig, Feyenoord, Sporting, Lyon, Brighton, Galatasaray, even those top sort of like Newcastle's in there as well, Atalanta. To win it is going to be very difficult. Again, we are 15, this be the 15th season, so obviously a lot of teams are
Bit different what we know.
very different to what we're used to. But Foot Manager isn't that weird. Like Newcastle still has been very good. Their key players phenomenal as well.
Ooh.
I think they've had a couple of Ballon d'Or winners, so they are okay. They're doing quite well. I would say they're probably favourites. Season number 1 then, points wise, I have an advantage being in Europa League, but I've had the worst start. Who takes the early advantage? We're clean slate from the off in this versus rebuild. Well, first season. Actually, looking at how the season started, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I think you've done well, really, to get back to the 6th place, really.
Yeah. In second place, Dan, and overtook AC Milan in
we
that
split
final
them
game.
by a point as well. Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, not too bad. Inter Milan, who have been, if you're looking at the past winners, the most dominant. I mean, they won like 9 years in a row.
Yeah.
But AC Milan have sort of been good the last couple of years. To finish runners-up is really good because, again, if you look at past winners, we haven't done that yet.
No, best we've done was 3rd.
Yeah,
So
both of
going
us
back
have
about
got
4
third
years,
place
5 years
once.
ago, yeah.
Now that we're allowed to do our own transfers, I just think, how good would my team have been if I had those 2 Argentinians?
Oh.
Because I'm only a point away from the top 5,
Yeah.
which would have given me Champions League football next year. An advantage next year, though, because I had those players.
Yeah.
It does mean that I haven't won the Champions League this year, because you can see, obviously, only qualified for the Europa League, but we'll find out why in a sec. You lost 9 games, Dad. I did beat you in one of them. 2-1 when you was at home as well, so I do get a point for that. You get a point for finishing above me. However, I lost 12, and I did lose 4-2 when you came to my ground. So, yeah. We took a point off of each other there. You get a point for finishing higher. Profile of the league. Look who was in your top scorers. Dennis Girl, he's still there.
Yeah.
What are you even getting in the first team? Gianluca Esposito did get 20.
Pleased with that one.
We're looking at, obviously, players who are good in this database. This man here has been easily the best player in the world.
Yeah.
By a mile. Pretty sure he has some Ballon d'Or trophies as well. If you go through his career, he's won the Ballon d'Or. He won best men's play. He's been the Ballon d'Or runner-up a few times. So there he is. He's won the Ballon d'Or a few times. As has other Inter Milan players, including this man, who's just won it again. So as a Nigerian centre midfielder, that's why Inter Milan have been that good. So yeah, he's very good. He is up there as well as the top scorer, 25 goals with the highest average rating, but you're 4 players are just underneath, so not too bad at all, really. Clean sheets, obviously, the Inter Milan goalkeeper has been doing quite well as well. Only 22 years of age. Doesn't look amazing, but he's kept 19 clean sheets.
Well, he's got a good team, isn't he?
Yeah, this is what we have to come up against.
Yeah.
This is what we're competing with. Gianluca Esposito, though, although he did get 20 goals, Dad, also 14 assists.
Yeah.
One behind Pedro Marquez. God, Pedro. Although his dribbling's dropped down, I'm not happy with that. Okay, Barry, we're on me. Actually, let's have a quick look at past positions. So, yeah, you were pretty much there the whole time. Had a little bit of a drop-off when we were close 4th and 5th, but I never got above you other than there, actually. I did. Yeah, I did in match day 9. All right, competitions. How far did I get? I knew I hadn't won it. I don't know why I reacted as if I'd won it.
Oh, you just see that cup, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Runners up. Zagreb. Of all the teams that are in that final.
We didn't pick them out, did we?
Yeah, that's crazy. So, semi-final. That's, oh my God, are you looking at that? That's me for mine to win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slavia Prague. I knocked Slavia Prague. Quarter-final knocking out Sporting. This is where some of the big clubs were eliminated. Lyon knocked out by Feyenoord. Rangers knocked out. Brøndby knocked out. Set a round of 16, so this must be where all the Fenerbahce. Where the hell did Newcastle get knocked out? Leipzig were knocked out by Sporting. There's a good draw for somebody who was trying to get to the farther end. Look,
Galatasaray beat by Lyon.
Yeah, and Feyenoord drew Atalanta, so two big teams knocking them out again. Newcastle were knocked out there by Fenerbahce. Wow, that is saying something. So really good stuff to get there. Then I blew it in the end. I topped it though. 8 wins from 8.
Well, you'd have never thought that, would you?
Oh my God, I'm so good with that. I absolutely stuffed most people as well. Outside of Maribor, who I would have said, and Lech Poznan, the 2 teams that I would have gone and gone, should be stuffing them. It's the 2 teams that I just scraped the win out of.
I mean, going to Galatasaray as well when you go to hell and you come back with a win.
So, gutted. No points. Nil points, even though we got to the final. Gutted about that. Now, the Cup, 3rd round by Vincenzo Calcio, who is in the Serie A. Not very... And has Eddie Howe as the manager. I love it when things like that happen. He has been the manager this season. So, he's been at Torino. He was the England manager as well, which I wouldn't mind seeing after 11 years at Newcastle. So, he has had a very
he's got to be the eventual manager somewhere along the line.
What, England manager?
Yeah,
I would like to see him as England gaffer. That would be quite cool. Probably when we get the worst England team ever. That's normally how things work.
Yeah, probably would do, yeah.
Yeah, so, because if he had Gareth Southgate's team, I'd love to have seen that.
I think we would.
Or the team we got right now.
I think we'd have won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Or the Euros.
The Euros, yeah. I think we'd have stood a much better chance anyway. Yeah. But let's not get onto that comment, because all of the Southgate people will come out of the darkness after,
he'd done well,
after a while.
He'd done well. He'd done a job. Yeah. He got us to 2 finals.
Yeah, he broke my heart because I managed to get to a Euros final and they didn't win, but never mind. Anyway, Sampdoria, Dad, how did you do? Oh, Empoli, we mentioned how good they've been.
Yeah.
In the quarter-final. 5-3 after extra time. Inter Milan won that one as well.
Oh, there you go.
So this is what we're competing with. An Inter Milan side, which is one of the best in the world. Never mind. Not bad for season number 1 for yourself, Dad. We've got 22 really goals there from Esposito and Dennis Girl.
Good signing, that is. Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
I think you've got to be a bit gutted about the likes of Laurent and Burrito, though.
Yeah, I am a little bit. The only thing I'm worried about Dennis Galway really is he's 33 now.
He started most games.
Yeah, you're not going to get many seasons out of him now, are you, really? So the other guys have got to step up, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm all right with that.
Sitting comfortably at the minute.
He can still get better, I feel.
Okay, well, transfer budget for next season, 33 million, but a very big wage budget, so more like 60 to be honest.
And I think there's still a few players that I can still sell as well, really. Sort of,
because
knock that up a bit.
Again, during the actual series itself, we could not sell players ourselves, and we were really struggling because of the amount of players in our squad. It seemed like the only players that we were getting sold was the really good players that we needed to keep.
The wage budget was out of this world, wasn't it? I think. And the players we had in the squad and all that.
So you haven't got that big of a squad at the minute, but there is still value in it to be sold, I think. And the same with me. So my squad is roughly the same size. It ain't too bad. Skyvink with 21 goals. Amiri 20, which is not bad. But Pedro Marquez, 17 goals and 24 assists. Brilliant. What a season. Very good. Very selfless player. Bedic looks like he's developed as well, which is nice. Next season, we'll be able to use our 2 Argentinians, so that'd be great. And we've got £26 million. So that'll feel like 2 new signings, as the old saying goes, when they come back from injury or a loan spell. Not bad money-wise, but yeah. I'm surprised a little bit getting to the Europa League final, but I think my finances were a lot worse than yours anyway. I think my board were taking out a lot of loans and debts, which is funny because Sampdoria were the one with real money trouble in real life. Yours isn't too bad, just a bit of I think stadium actually got increased by something. Okay, let's have a look at the points before we go to season number 2. Season 1 points are Mega Luke with 1 and Dad with 2. I know it's scary, but Christmas is actually only around the corner now, and it might be time to start thinking about buying some presents for your loved ones, and that's where today's sponsor, Cooper, can help you. Now, Cooper is a free browser extension which works with Chrome, Edge, Opera, Firefox, Safari, and on desktop, and Safari on mobile too. Now, the main advantage is when you get to a checkout page, is Cooper will then automatically test and apply the best available coupons, ensuring you get the maximum savings with little to no effort. And Cooper is incredibly easy to install. Once you just press the link down below in the description, it is literally one click and you install it to your browser. One of the things I love about Cooper though is its ability to track what the prices are for products. When you're on the page of a product that you're thinking of purchasing, you can press the Cooper button and it would tell you what the price for that product has been, so you can see if you are overspending or getting yourself a good deal, as well as then the coupon codes that will save you money too. And given that Cooper is a free browser extension, it just makes sense to try it. Smart shoppers use Cooper and you can do too. Just use the link at the top description and download Cooper now. And thank you very much to Cooper for sponsoring today's video. Okay, now this season going forward, Caceres registered, thank God. Luciano Fontana registered, thank God again.
Two good signings.
Yeah, 2 new signings. Anyway, £22 million has left the club. That was £20 million from Juan Pablo Hernandez, who I wasn't necessarily going to be using anymore because he was a right back. He was the right back from last season who filled in the most. So in a way, I gained £20 million from benefiting from that, which, guess what, was roughly double the amount of Luciano Fontana. At least they get to play now. 2 signings came through the door. £79 million spent. Installments were used because I needed it. Gauthier Gondenti from Nantes, who's a good centre midfielder. So good option here. Lots of 17s, which I like, including vision, passing, off the ball, first touch, decision, and composure. So
that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah,
you don't
decent.
See that very often.
No, a decent midfielder there. Again, not capped by France. Very good player. You could wonder what the players are that's actually getting in front of him. But there we go. He was £45 million going up to 50. And then Paolo Tosi was £34 million from Porto. Same position. But this guy's a bit more of a defensive option. Good ball winning, good technique. The mentals and the physical attributes are why I picked him up. Plus, he's Italian and cannot count as non-EU. So, but the potential's there.
Yeah.
I paid for the potential more than anything, £34 million. Now, tactically, I've changed things around and gone for a narrow diamond, hence the reason why 2 centre midfielders have come in. Also, obviously, had Caceres, who will be getting into the team as well. You can see that Gondenti, Caceres, which is the reason why I locked in Paolo Tosi to make sure he gets more of a game time. So to be honest, I think it will look more like this, and Gondenti will be the option off the bench. That's what's been happening so far. As you can see, he started 1 and appeared off the bench 3 times because Caceres has been starting, or actually he's come off the bench 3 times as well. So maybe a bit of a mix round. We'll see throughout the season. I think Caceres will eventually get first team football, and I won't be surprised if he's my best midfielder for next year. But Fontana has been in the lineup. He's been even scoring a goal and had a great average rating of 7.85 in 4 games. It's great having Fontana in the lineup, thankfully, in my new narrow diamond. So schedule, we start the season really well. We've only dropped points to Sassuolo away from home, which was rescued with an 83rd minute. Oh no, that would have been a winner. We went 2-0 down. We put it back to 2-2, scored in the 83rd minute, and then lost, or conceded a goal in the 86th, and lost those 2 points. Outside of that, though, we did win 2 points by beating Napoli in the 92nd minute. So swings and roundabouts there. But a good win against Napoli, Bologna, and Salernitana. Again, I've got Europa League football. This is where I'm hoping to pick up some points this year. Zoraya, Gladbach, Sevilla, Lech Poznan, Tottenham, Red Star, Viking, and Leeds United. Out of all of those clubs, which one would you say, other than Tottenham, because we went and watched them this year, I've watched live?
You've watched live?
I've actually watched live.
Oh.
It could be 2, actually. I think I've seen another one of those live.
I'm going to say it's definitely a foreign side then, because I don't think you've seen Leeds live. Gladbach? When are you watching Champions
So
side?
I have watched Leeds United live. I've just
Have
remembered.
you?
Yeah, when they played Argyle.
Oh, God.
They played Argyle, and they were the
down.
best away fans ever. They were class. They were so loud. But out of the rest of them,
I'm gonna
Zoria.
Zoria? You watched Zoria, have you?
I've watched Zoria. I watched Zlatan Ibrahimovic score a goal at Manchester United in the Stretford end against Zoria in the Europa League.
Oh, a legend that guy is.
So, yeah, out of all of those clubs, that's the team from Ukraine that I've seen. play live. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
When Man United were in Europa League with Zlatan. But there we go. Hopefully I can win the Europa League this year. Tottenham's in it though, again, Leipzig, but I did beat them last year. So I think this is actually an easier set of teams for me to defeat. Let's have a look at your transfer, Dad. I think you've had an unbelievable transfer window.
I think I have, yeah.
Considering when I was seeing you sell Voilemon to Inter Milan, I was a bit like, what is happening here?
I took a bit of a chance because he was my sort of like best winger really, but he's getting to 30 now, so I'm sort of thinking I've just cashed in on him, and it was a bit of a sort of I'll help you and you help me with Inter, as you'll see from the signings that I've done.
Yeah, 2 signings have come in from there, nearly totaling £80 million. We'll have a look at that. But the best transfer I think you made is this free transfer. Again, 100%. Your free transfer.
Yeah.
You had to sort out the centre-backs.
And this guy sorted it out straight away for me.
Yeah.
He's very strong on both feet as well. So, I'm sort of looking at that sort of thinking, that's a good centre-back that I can play either side. So, what a player.
Leadership.
Yeah.
19 leadership, 18 position. Mentally, he's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
His main weaknesses is his physicals.
Yeah, but they're still not
he's
bad
5'10" with 10 jumping reach.
Yeah.
But as a centre back, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Cannavaro won the Ballon d'Or at 5'8".
Yeah.
So 5'6", he might even be shorter. Christian Morena. So both Milan sides, you're buying a player from them. Goalkeeper this time round, though.
I desperately need another goalkeeper in, so I've got this guy in, yeah. So hopefully then he can sort of solve that sort of leaking defence that I had.
He's both-footed.
Yeah, unusual for a keeper, isn't it, really? I think you do need it nowadays. So, yeah.
Esposito's
there
brother.
There we go again, yeah. So as soon as I see the name, I just got to sign him, haven't I?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I got his favourite personnel isn't the other Esposito, though.
No.
But yeah, he's a good player. I think he's 38 million.
I think I needed a really good right back, and this guy sort of fits it. Another guy that's 2-footed as well, so he can play right across the back four.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I signed him, really. The only bit I'm concerned about, really, is his passing. I was a bit worried about his passing. So
he's only 19.
Yeah, his crossing's still good, so he just whips the ball in nice and quick. He's quick as well, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that, really.
Okay, then we've got Rodrigo Margiacci from Porto, who have been hoarding Italian named players. I mean, he's actually Argentinian, but he has an Italian other nationality, hence the name. That maybe I should have looked at things like that.
Well, to be honest with you, I was looking at every player that I was looking at, especially the Argentinian players, whether they had that as well. But every player I was sort of looking at, I was looking to see if there was some sort of Italian in it.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to buy a player like you did and have not
suffer for it. Yeah.
Especially when you're buying, you sort of like you're trying to improve your team. You get a good left back like he is there. Another player that's both-footed as well, so he could play across the line if I really needed him, and it's sort of that's a benefit. He's an Italian as well, so I ain't got to worry about it. I know that if he's good enough, he's in the team.
I mean, we've got 4 years left. He's got 19 natural fitness, so the age of 29 not going to play a factor in this
definitely
at all.
Not.
Then we've got.
This is where I've sort of weakened the Italian, the Inter Milan side now.
Yeah, these are 2 great signings, I must admit. £51 million. Emmanuel Rignanze. He's not like phenomenal, but 21 with a good potential. Left-footed centre-back.
Yeah.
Stronger than the defenders that you had.
Yes. Oh, he's straight in the team with the other centre-back I've got. So now I've got 2 really good centre-backs and a really good goalkeeper. What a sort of starting that is.
He has caps.
Yeah.
Which
when we look at some of the players that we've looked at.
Yeah.
And he's only 21.
Yeah.
So that he's in my team for the next 4 seasons easily, isn't he?
Yeah, but then the final one, Francisco, £27 million as a defensive midfielder, good tackler.
Yeah.
Good physicals.
Just that solid player in front of the back three, back four I got there. So, yeah, pleased with that one as well.
I mean, he's Brazilian and he is a non-EU player, but he's played in Italy for so long that after a couple of years...
He's going to be Italian, yeah?
Well, yeah, I say a couple of years. 1,946 days left, which actually is...
Could be a few years.
About 10 years?
Yeah.
That's quite a long time. Well, about 10 years they need to be in the country.
The good thing is I've took these 2 players off the Inter Milan side, so I have weakened them a little bit.
Yeah. My only concern with him is weakness. He's got 4 aggression as a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he don't like putting a foot in too much. His tackle's there, but he doesn't want to stick it in, does he? So he knows how to put a tackle in.
He'll tackle you passionately instead of aggressive.
And pick you up and say sorry.
Yeah, he's not aggressive whatsoever. Tactically then, Dad, you're locking him in?
Yep, I'm locking him in, so I haven't changed it really. I mean, my back 4 should be the players that I've sort of brought into the team.
Yep.
Yeah, so they all go in, which we all knew that would probably happen anyway. So I just had to lock him into that sort of centre midfield. And we knew my front four was going to be really good anyway.
Yeah.
So and that's why I didn't buy any players to go there.
Esposito still hasn't got a cap.
No.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Don't know how they're managing to pull that off. Burrito will probably get more game time this year, I imagine, instead of... he's gone, actually. The Dennis Girl, who was there last season, went for £3.3 million. So he left the club. So he will probably get a lot more game time now that he is one of the only strikers up there. Yeah. Best on the wing has taken over Voilemans. Now, Jelani Best was one of the last, in the last couple of years, one of the signings that your director of football made, which was a loan to buy from Chelsea. He's fantastic now.
Yeah, he's getting good now.
Development's really good.
That's why I got rid of him. I sort of got, he was in his 30s, so I got rid of him. Yeah, I knew Best was right behind him.
Yeah, I think he's better than Voilemans. Not bad. Start of the season, though, Dad. You've had a bit of a ropey one. You stole two of their players, and they still beat you 3-0.
They give me an hammering there.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that. That's you expect it to happen, so you just got to hope that you can do better during the season, and they sort of drop off a few points, really. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, Burrito and Francesco getting a goal against Fiorentina to win the game. 0-0 against Atalanta.
That's the one I'm disappointed with, that I couldn't score against them.
Yeah.
I can handle a draw if it's like a 1-1 or a 2-2. But not a 0-0 draw. I don't like that with the attack force that I've got. No, I'm not happy with that one.
Took it to the second half to score 2 goals against Roma as well, but you got the job done eventually. And you are, of course, in the Champions League this season. Slavia Prague, the dirty rats of Rennes, who didn't appear throughout the whole series.
No, it didn't.
And then as soon as we get to the rebuild, there they are. PSG's in there, Atletico Madrid, Nice.
I haven't got an easy sort of draw there, really, have I? Sort of PSG, Milan, and Dortmund, especially being the last 2 games, those 2 hard games, really. But you never know. I might still go through. I think I've got enough games there that I can get a few good points out of. So I'm happy that I can go through to the knockout stage.
All right, then. Well, points are 2-1 in this early stage. Let's see what happens after we simulate season number 2. Season 2.
That's a shock.
Yeah, I've climbed up. Look what happens when you get your 2 best players involved.
Yeah.
They're up into second place. We are still 15 points behind Inter Milan, who only lost 2 games all season.
AC Milan are, though.
Yeah, dropped down to 6th. I beat Inter Milan 3-0.
Oh, that's a good result.
One of the only 2 teams to beat them as well. But if we are looking at losses, I lost way more. I just won more than you. You did beat me 4-2 away from home. We didn't draw, which meant I beat you in the other fixture 3-1. So we took a point off of each other there, but I do get a point for finishing higher. I finished 4 points above you. I had a bad end of the season as well. But let's have a look at the profile of the league, because goal scorer-wise, Chris Webb is up there from Palermo. I swear he was playing elsewhere. No, he was at Brentford. Oh, it was a different Chris. There's a different Chris who plays for Inter Milan who scored against you, I think. But Tim Van Wert, who is a player that we haven't mentioned on your side because he has been there for a long time, has just finally been given game time.
He looks good as well.
Yeah, and he's been scoring loads of goals.
Now, there's a bit of aggression there. Look, he knows how to put a tackle in,
he's very aggressive. He is extremely aggressive. He's got 15 goals this year. Now, Ali Almiri is my centre attacking midfielder. He's got 17 goals, and then Pedro Marquez has got 15. But is Pedro Marquez there in the assists? He isn't. Gianluca Esposito is, though. But Pedro Marquez does have the most man of the matches. Now, the average rating is still the guy at Inter Milan who... Is he getting better? Like, this is ridiculous. Thought we'd have more players in the assists after seeing how many goals we were there for the player statistics, but... Hey, we only had a goal difference of 36, both of us.
That's terrible.
Nowhere near the goal difference of 76.
No, that is terrible.
By Inter Milan.
I don't know where my front players were for
Van Wert to get up
come
there.
Through like that.
Yeah. I mean, there was Lima, Sky Vink, and then there's Burrito and Michel Lauren down there. So, unless your main striker has been taken or
he's been out.
A huge injury, we'll have to have a look because he is not there. Okay, now... Competitions page. I was in the Europa League. Did I go one further this season? Yes! Empoli as well. They keep popping up.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Empoli, 4-1 in the final. Get in.
You got to the semi-final of the Italian Cup and you beat by AC Milan.
Yeah. Now this was a 1-1 until we got to the 81st minute. Then I scored the 91st and 96th, obviously when they were chasing. Now, Ali Almiri has done very well because not only did he was even one of the top scorers in the league, he was also the top scorer for me in the Europa League. So he's got 3 in the final and a 10 average rating there because he also got the assist for Luciano Fontana. So he's had a great time. Yeah. So I'm happy with that. Let's have a look at how that played out. So semi-final, knocked out Tottenham.
Oh.
Get getting. Quarterfinal eliminating Leeds United, 8-1 as well, whatever that was. Lech Poznan in the round of 16. Knockout playoff round. I didn't have to play in, that's because the league phase, I was up there in 7th place. Drew 3, won 5. So beat Tottenham in that one as well. And Leeds. So I had to play them again. So I'm happy with that. Now, cup final, the Coppa Italia, got to the semi-final. Did you go on and win that one? No. Third round by Sassuolo. And round of 16 in the Champions League. 6-4 by Liverpool. Tough draw that. Played in the knockout playoff round, beating Feyenoord. The league phase of that, not bad actually.
No, I'm pleased with that.
5 wins. Beat Rennes.
Yeah.
Drew to Milan. Lost to Dortmund and Atletico, the 2 last ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. So what happened to that striker? Because that was really poor. So Gianluca Esposito, he did play.
He played for only 5 games.
He didn't have any bad injuries. He was out at the start of the season for 2 months.
Right.
But that was it, with a hip injury.
Just didn't perform, did he?
Just did not perform. Still ain't got a cap. Now he's 30 as well. Natural fitness of 12.
Yeah.
Oh.
Disappointed with that.
Yeah, he's gone down. Just the 13 goals this season. 23 was by Van Vert. Michel Lauren got 16.
Games as well.
Yeah. Jelani Best, 16 and 15. Very good from him.
Yeah, pleased with that one.
But
definitely.
yeah, Burrito and Esposito, the 2 strikers
really
that you were looking at the start of the season,
yes,
both done bad. And now both in their 30s.
Ooh.
Interesting.
They're usually gone now.
Yeah. And Tim Van Vert is brand new and shiny now.
Yeah.
Scoring loads of goals and looking really good. Transfer budget for you, Dad, £64 million. That's not bad at all.
Pleased with that, yeah.
Let's have a look at my squad. The Europa League winning Ali Almiri got 31 and 13 from Shadow Striker. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lima got 28 goals. That's still really good. Pedro Marquez, 21 and 14. Not as many this season. Paolo Tosi got 13 assists and 6 goals. Locked in, so he's grown and developed quite well. 19 natural fitness as well, so he's going to last for a long time. But let's have a look at my 2 Argentinian players that couldn't play last year. 5 goals and 11 assists. Where is Caceres? He's only off the bench 47 times. I thought he would turn into my best player. I was wrong. He is not. So I think Fontana's done really well. But yeah, I thought Caceres would play way more than what he has. So I'm disappointed with that.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Gordenti's really nailed down that centre midfield position. And he is still good. He is still very good. My goalkeeper, I think, has got a bit better as well because his attributes have gone up. Well, his star rating's gone up and his attributes have gone up to look better than what he was. So, okay. Transfer budget, only £13 million. I'm not getting the money that you are. Tricky. Financially, we are.
You obviously didn't do that well in Europe then.
Look at on minus £104 million. It's mental, isn't it? Okay.
You're paying big bucks, mate.
Yeah, let's have a look at the points after season number 2. Season number 2 points are Mega Luke with 7 and Dad with 1, meaning the total points are Luke with 8 and Dad with 3. Okay, Dad, £89 million spent. No players going out for you other than Erwin Mercier, who's left on a free transfer and gone to Sevilla, but you've replaced him with 2 players coming in.
Yep, just sort of like filled the hole really that was there. I mean, one of them I reckon will get into the first team, but it'll probably be this one, I think.
Yeah.
He's really good. He can play in the anchor role or a ball winning role or a defensive. So he plays all 3 that you can play in there, but he certainly knows how to put a tackle in as well. His aggression's a little bit lower than what I'd like. So and he's 2-footed as well. So I do his strengths all there. He's 6 foot. He's a big guy.
I mean, you spend a lot of money on him.
Yeah. 50 million. Yeah.
From Real Madrid.
I always think that is an important position for me. I always feel so. I'm pleased to get him into the team.
Okay.
I think he'd be a good part of the team.
Then we've got Lee Jun Jae from Jeongbuk Hyundai Motors, £2.3 million.
Yeah, I think this guy is just in case that one gets injured, really. So he's almost the same, really. So, but and he can play a centre back if I really need him there.
I say he looks a better centre back attribute wise than
he
is
does,
a CDM because he can't pass. He's only got 11 for passing.
I just need him to win the ball, which he can do quite well. He's a good tackler, and but his aggression's not so wise the other one. But
couldn't be registered though.
No, I know. So I've fallen into that little loop. Oh no! So I know now that I've got too many players that's foreign players in the team. So I've got to be wary of that now.
Yeah. Antonio Acampora, £29 million from Fiorentina, left back Italian, only 20 years old as well.
Yes, and then he looked good for a 20-year-old as well.
Naturally right-footed though, which I find hilarious.
That was when I looked at that. It almost put me off signing him actually, thinking he's right-footed, but when I looked at what he's like for a 20-year-old, I thought, I can't miss out on this. And he's Italian as well, so it makes it just so much easier to get him into the team. I ain't got no worries then, have I, really?
He's fairly professional personality, gets forward, he's got good stamina. Yeah, he should be fine.
He's strong as well. He's 6 foot tall, so he's good.
Matteo Capelli, Empoli, goalkeeper.
Italian goalkeeper as well, so
yeah,
straight into the squad.
Not amazing.
No, he's not. He's not an amazing keeper, but I had to sort of like fill up the Italian sort of quota, homegrown sort of thing. Yeah, so I just thought, well, he's going to be my reserve keeper anyway. So, and he's Italian. It's a tick in the box, isn't it? Really, for me, I felt he isn't that bad. To have him on the bench, I think he's good enough to have on the bench and think, yeah, I can rely on him. So. He'll only play 1 or 2 games probably this season, but like you say, it's a homegrown player, isn't it?
Okay, well, tactically, gone to a 4-2-2, scrapped the winger. So
yes.
Jelani Best, who was arguably one of your best players, no longer available to start. Now, he can play centrally, can play up front.
Yeah, he can play in there.
But not naturally.
No.
So Burrito and Lauren is in there.
Yeah, I wanted them 2 in there. And look who's playing up front as well. So he's got his having a good season.
Yep. Timbo's in there.
Yeah, he's the starter. I'm pleased with that, really. I just think that's such a strong side I've got there now. I feel that I can do something a bit better than I've done last season.
Well, schedule at the start of the season, you've played both the Milan sides and drew against them both.
Got to be happy with that.
It was a good start, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good, really, really good start.
But then drawing against Palermo is the downside.
And it's that 0-0, it just doesn't make it in there. So when you start off the season, when you get to the 2 draws against the Milan, all right, one of them was a 0-0, but I still class that as a good result away.
Yeah.
And then you get a good 4-1 win. You think, right, we're up and running now, let's go. And then you draw 0-0 again. Oh, just disappointed with that. So, but I'm happy with the start of that. I've got 2 good draws out of the 2 Milan sides, so I'm looking at that as a positive.
Okay, well, Champions League football for this season, both of us, in fact, and we're playing each other in the competition. Which means there's another point to be won there. Monaco, Panathinaikos, Dortmund, Bari, PSV, Copenhagen, Real Sociedad, and Tottenham Hotspur.
I've got to be looking
at
that. I've got to be looking at that and thinking, I'll comfortably go through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, comfortably go through there, I think.
7 wins, 1 loss.
I'll win my home games very easy out of that.
All right, we'll see. Now, let's have a look at my transfer window. Didn't spend a single penny. 2 free transfers. 1 centre-back that come in. Very good. Left-footed. Decent centre-back. 6'5". The physical attributes are there. Some of his technicals are a little bit lower. Positioning and work rate is a little bit lower as well, which is probably the reason why he's only got like a 3-star rating in my side, but I quite like him. We need better new-gen faces. What is going on with his face? Then we've got Miguel Barcelo, another free transfer, another centre midfielder coming in. So didn't spend any of my money trying to save it this year. Just allowed up the money just to be in the bank. I was even rejecting bids there. So yeah, we'll see how we do this year, and hopefully the Champions League football can help us have a little bit of a better financial situation at the end of next year, because we have brought it back from, where was it, £104 million to 23 million. I just hope it don't go too far. The wages have gone up since we sort of took over, but yeah, not too much. I'm hoping it will come down ever so slightly for this next season. Tactically, still using the diamond. I'm locking in my 2 centre-backs of Temel and Morlander, and hopefully they can produce the goods for me this season. If I didn't do that, the best 11 pick does put Moilander in there, but doesn't put Temel, and I think Temel is a better option than Ordonez, who I just don't rate as much. And I think Temel needs the game time, so I've switched him around like that. He's only 22. Okay potential. I just think he's just slightly better. But we'll see. Fontana, Flanagan, Gordenti, Tozy, Begic. Yeah, strikers, we're all good. Schedule at the start of the season has been really impressive.
Yeah.
Especially Lima, who's got his name there is quite a lot.
Yeah.
We won the Super Cup. We beat Bayern, who were the Champions League winners, which is pretty mental. Beat Torino away from home. Beat Lazio 5-1 away from home. And then 2 nice wins at home, 4-0, 5-0. Haven't played anybody great yet.
You haven't played anybody great, but you've banged the goals in.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. You've only conceded 2 goals, so
not bad.
Take that every season.
Champions League fixtures. Of course, we already know I've got to face yourself. I have also got Real Madrid, Dortmund, Tottenham, Arsenal. I've got a trickier task than what you have.
Yes, 100% there. Oh,
which is mental, because I finished higher and I won the Europa League, which I always thought gives you the, the rank 1 or whatever it is.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, in pot 1, so I should have easier fixtures. That isn't easier. That's a lot harder.
You could be out of it by the time you've played all your away games.
Yeah, potentially. All right, season number 3 then. Let's see how this one plays out. Well, season number 3. And the aim of what we had to begin with in this Director of Football Challenge is finally being accomplished in season number 17.
Yeah.
Dad, you're champions of Italy.
Oh, thank you.
Very good
Pleased with that.
indeed.
Only lost 7 games, drew 7. I'm really pleased with that.
79 points. Inter Milan's drop-off has to be studied. 75 points they got after getting 96 last season. 21
thing,
points
when these teams
off.
drop points, you've got to jump in quickly. And fortunately, I did do it this season.
I had more points last year.
Yeah, you did. 81, yeah.
How annoying.
89. And my goal difference is a little bit better as well. So,
Yeah.
good season for me, I think.
I had the same goal difference as you again.
Yeah.
But with 69 points instead of 79. So, yeah, well done. You lost 7 games. Did beat you in one of them. Drew as well 7 times, which means you did beat me in one of my 11 fixtures there, 1-0.
Yeah.
Profile of the league then. Let's have a look. We still got that guy up there, Nunziatini, scoring 21 goals. But Tim Van Vert and Lima's up there as well. Kieran Booth he's a Scottish striker. He's done really well. He's the highest average rating, but Burrito is up there for that, as well as the most player of the matches. He got 7 in there. Clean sheet, so your goalkeeper's in there, as is mine. That might be where Inter Milan's gone wrong, because that's what they were dominating, as well as the average rating, and they were not dominating it this year, unfortunately for them. So,
good season.
Yeah, good season for you indeed. Let's have a look at the past positions. Were you always up there? Right towards the end of the season. Beat Juve at the end. So, yeah.
That's the time to hit the top.
Well done indeed. Okay, Champions League. We're on mine. How did I do? No. Round of 16 by PSG. 3rd round in the Coppa Italia. And you knocked me out in the Super Cup, which you don't get points for winning, but you do get a point for beating me in that competition.
Yeah.
Of course, we played each other in the Champions League, but we'll have a look at that fixture in a minute. Champions League for you, Dad? No, but you did win the Coppa Italia.
Yes, done the double.
The domestic double was won. You beat AC Milan in the final of that one, 2-1.
Needed the points, I got them. So I'm right back in it again.
Round of 16 against Benfica, which is where I lost to Bari, unfortunately.
I thought I'd have gone a bit further than that.
Knockout playoff round. I played in that one. Not surprised with my fixtures.
Yeah.
But I beat Feyenoord, which is good. You weren't in that one. League phase, you finished in 4th. So 5 wins there.
And you're not
3 draws.
Oh, I drew against you there.
So you did not get a point either way against each other.
So I had to play Tottenham in Dortmund as well. I think you had to play Tottenham in Dortmund
we
as well,
did.
didn't you?
Yeah, those are the only 2 that we had the same. I lost to Tottenham. I also lost to Real Madrid, Arsenal, and Copenhagen. Drew to yourself and Panathinaikos, but I beat Leipzig and Dortmund. I had a bad league phase, only scraping through basically on goal difference, because Copenhagen and Leipzig had a terrible goal difference. Which is that helped by you or helped by me? Oh, that's the reason why I went through. I beat them 6-0. Yeah. Just goes to show how much that can play an importance into qualifying. Not that it mattered when I got to the round of 16.
I think that might have been your last game.
Yeah, it could have been actually. So Champions League it was 6-0.
Yeah.
So that's what I had to qualify, especially after a really bad result against Panathinaikos at home.
Yeah. Where
I conceded in the 85th and the 88th minute after being 2-1 up. So yeah, tricky. Let's have a look at my squad for this season. 28 goals for Lima, who was my top scorer, despite only having 12 now for finishing. His finishing's getting ever so slightly better. And 7 assists. Pedro Marquez still getting 19 and 11, but that was the same as Ali Almiri, who dropped off massively compared to last year. Not great in terms of goals, I don't think. Transfer budget, 46 million. So that season, in the Champions League. Now got a positive budget of $500,000. The debts are still there, though, the transfer debt as well, so I have been using installments, but a bit ever so slightly in the wages. Not as bad as what it could be, though. Now, yourself, Dad. Esposito was the top scorer.
That's better. That's where we wanted him to be.
Yeah.
So I'm pleased with that. Good season out of him.
Did he get a cap? Still no cap.
No, he wouldn't.
Still no cap.
He's past it. I think he might just last the next couple of seasons with me, and then he's done then, isn't he?
22 goals for Tim Van Vert as well.
Yeah, good season from him as well. Sort of the 3 up there, all in the 20s, and the next one with Best was 17, and he still played 34 games. So it goes to show he did play in that. He did attacking midfield role. So I'm pleased with that. So yeah, good. My front forward done really well, really.
Transfer budget, you got 73 million, but with a massive wage budget. Yes. So yeah, you might be all right there. You got plus 34. Debts and loans ain't too bad. Your wages, you got more wages than me.
Yeah.
But somehow you got way more money. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, right. We'll have a look at the points then at the end of season number 3. Season number 3 points are Mega Luke with 1 and Dad with 9, meaning the total points going into season 4 is Omega Luke with 9 and Dad with 12. All right, Dad, after that good season, you've jumped ahead in the points.
Yeah, I needed that. Needed it desperately, so happy again now.
All right, well, let's have a look at the transfers. A few big names have gone out for my side, only accumulating £51 million. So Sky Vink has left, 34 years of age now, left on a free transfer, unfortunately. But Lima has also gone, so 2 of my strike force there. £41 million has gone to Al Nassr. Obviously, only bought for £12 million, but did very well for me in those years.
He got 5 and 5 already.
Yeah, the third striker going out, Chirico as well. So 3 strikers all leaving the club, amounting for £51 million. But I have replaced. I finally have started buying my own strikers. Now, from last season into this one, obviously, we hadn't spent any money. My first transfer was a free one again. It's a centre-back, Jean-Christophe Payne. Loves Payne. Well, great name. From Marseille. Now, nothing special, but just good options there on a free transfer. However, if we're looking at just price tag, £4 million for this goalkeeper. Looks really good. My scouts rated him very highly as well. Consistent and likes important matches, which is great for a goalkeeper. Visions there, positioning, good agility. Cracking player for just $4 million. Really happy to bring him in. Dea Keishan from Birmingham City. Irish, 19-year-old centre-back. And again, with good potential. Looks rather decent as well physically. All the makings of what could be a good player. We've then got Mohamed Can Achi from Stuttgart. So 2 players from Stuttgart. £25 million for their striker this time round. So he's Turkish, 22. Got good potential as well. Looks fairly decent. 6'2". Not bad as well, but hasn't scored for me just yet. Alfredo Secchi is next from Club Brugge. And there is another striker. He has an afro, but great physical attributes. 5'9", not very good jumping, but the rest he's fast, good agile and balance, pacey. He has a goal, and he has good potential too. The young Belgian player, only 21 years of age. So I've put 2 fairly young strikers there with just 2 years left. The final signing, the most expensive, with Giacomo Giacobbe, which is the same name as my goalkeeper, but this one is a left back. So you've gone for the Espositos, I've gone for the Giacobes. Yeah. This man is the left back. Really pacey, great potential. Again, only 21, fairly professional personality. Goes straight into the lineup as well. We have switched to a 3 at the back. We've gone for a 3-3-2 there, or a 5-3-2 if you're looking at it that way with the full backs. I'm having to train Fontana as to be a wing back because he's not naturally a wing back, but I think he can definitely do the job there. And I'm also locking in Keishan and Bielin as well, who is the new goalkeeper that we have brought in. Setting up this way, we're looking at our best 11. Obviously, takes those 3 players out, so I'm having to put them in. But Tosi, Gordenti, and Begic in there. Marquez up front with Achi is something that I'm excited to see because we've seen how well Marquez has been at just getting lots of assists. So have him in a position now as a DLF on support where his sole focus is to mainly link the midfield to the attack. Hopefully that can produce the goods. He's 32 though. He's quite old now. We've had him for a long time. We'll see how he plays out. Now, schedule at the start of the season, we have lost to Empoli after defeating them in the Europa League not so long ago. So 3-2 to them, but that's disappointing, but still, they're normally quite good. We then beat Catania 3-0 and Lazio 1-0, and we've got you to play next, funny enough.
Yeah.
Our Champions League fixtures are looking like this. We've got Dinamo Zagreb, Benfica, Atletico, Shakhtar and Real Sociedad, Man City, and 2 away games, Rangers and Galatasaray, which is 2 difficult ones.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
To go away from home.
It's a bit of an easier group this time for you, though, I think.
Yeah, easier than what it was last year, for sure. Let's have a look, Dad, because you have spent mega bucks.
Yes.
38 million out, 171 million in. Going out was Margiachi and Martin James, which is the goalkeeper you bought very recently, as well as Louis Jong-jae. So 3 players there that you have bought within this rebuild and sold already.
Well, if I'm buying better players, I'll just sell the players that they're improving from. So that's the way I look at it. Getting me a good bit of money on it as well. So got to do what you got to do, ain't you?
Are they better players, though? That's the question. Let's find out. Matteo Berton. So there's 3 players again from this Inter Milan side.
Well, 3 players from the Italian league.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, 2 players and 1 goal who went the other way. We'll start off with Constanzo because actually he was the first one. £60 million for a defensive midfielder.
Very good. I think he is a good ball winner. Plays in the anchor role or the defensive defensive defender. He certainly put a tackle in, and his aggression's all there. I'm quite happy with this player, really. His physicals are right up there.
Yeah.
So, good, strong player. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
A lot of 19s.
Yeah.
Bravery, concentration, determination.
I think the biggest thing as well is finding a player that is that good is also Italian.
Yeah, he's actually got caps as well. 7 caps, 2 goals. Then we've got Simone Fiorentini from Lazio, £57 million. Striker, left-footed one.
Yeah, I mean, look, 18 finish and 18 composure, and he's quick and acceleration and all that. Left-footed side, so you're coming on the left side as well. Technique, it's got there. It's all there for you. I reckon this boy has scored goals for me.
Well, he hasn't just yet, and he hasn't even scored for Italy.
He's only played
capped.
2 games so far, so
he got 8 goals. He's never got over double figures.
No, that's the thing that's a bit worrying, but yeah, I'm alright. I'm happy with that. Come from Milan, so yeah, I'm quite happy with
Lazio.
Yeah, he's played most of his
AC Milan, yeah. Then finally, Matteo Berton from Inter, another £54 million.
Yeah, I don't think this boy will get into the starting line, but he'll be there. He just covers every position along the back 4 really, which is Andy Duave as well. He's another Italian as well, so I've been quite safe with my signings to make sure I can get them all in, and they're all alleged to play.
Yeah, well, tactically, still got the 4-2-2
Yeah,
after the domestic double.
I'll be silly to change that, really, won't I? So it virtually is the same squad, really.
Constanzo goes in.
Yeah, so that's the one improvement that I've made. The top 4 are gonna keep themselves there, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I've just got that other player coming in just in case I need him.
Okay, well, schedule at the start of the season. You're 3rd in the league right now, and that's because you did drop points to Lecce at home. They scored in the 84th minute there.
Yeah, disappointed with that.
But you had 2 massive wins.
Yes.
Beat Torino 6-0
and 2-0. I'm really pleased with that.
Yeah.
Forward line of scoring goals as well, so I'm even happier then.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the Champions League. We've got Atletico Madrid as well, Liverpool and Rangers in the middle there, ending with Sociedad and Bayern Munich.
I've got to get the job done before I get to Bayern Munich, I feel there. So hopefully I'll be all okay. I would say there's a good 5 games that I should win out.
Okay, well, season number 4 then. Let's see how it all pans out. And season number 4, Bari is in 2nd place. We are only 3 points away from that AC Milan, 91 points. It just goes to show how bad of a year last year was.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Inter Milan dropped down to 7th.
I bought their players, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. After that first couple of seasons, you would never have guessed where they would be, would you?
100%. So
Crazy.
we've had AC Milan down in 8th and 9th, wasn't it? And then Inter Milan down in there.
That was
you were close with 3 points, and you only lost 2 games.
Yeah. That's mental.
So you couldn't have done much better than that, really.
I drew way too many.
Yeah.
Going down, though, I noticed Napoli was down in 15th. Thought, that's crazy. Then I seen he was bottom.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Atalanta, bottom.
I'll tell you what does
league.
look better on that league table was our goal difference.
64 for each
Top
of
3
us,
teams,
as well as AC Milan as well.
A lot of goals scored this season. That's why the points are a lot higher.
It was, yeah. Let's have a look at the profile of the league then. Top scorer with 30 goals, Mohamed Can Achi, which was my Turkish striker that I've just bought from Stuttgart.
Yeah,
so he's had a cracking season.
Well, you had the guy behind him sort of supplying him. That's what you set it up for, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. We had the average rating. He had the highest as well with 7.42. But my new goalkeeper had 22 clean sheets. Now, there's a reason why AC Milan has won the league. Because they only conceded in 11 games. I don't think I have ever seen that in my life.
It's good, isn't it?
Imagine only conceding in 11 fixtures out of 38. And they still lost 3 and drew 7.
3 of those are both against us.
Yeah, 2. Only conceding goals in 11 games and still only managing to win 28 of them.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy. So, bonkers. Viewers conceded, only conceding 14 goals. Just silly. They are managed, by the way, let's have a look at by Matthew Ryan, which is a bit of a shock. I mean, that's the goalkeeper, I think, from Matt Ryan, who was when he in his playing days, he was the goalkeeper. So at Brighton and Arsenal, etc. Never expected him to be this good as a manager, but somehow he has come about with the best defensive record in history. That's fair play to them. Now, Inter Milan, when we were looking at their heyday, wasn't Vincent Kompany, I imagine, unless he has been there. Yeah, he's only just got there. 44 days he has been there. It was 13 years of Erik ten Hag.
Never.
Yeah, so that's what gained them 16 cup wins and 11 league titles in 13 years.
Unbelievable.
Was Eric Ten Hag. They had a little spell with Xabi Alonso, which was obviously the season where you won the league, crossing into this season where he was eventually sacked for Vince and company. Crazy stuff was happening at Inter Milan, but Eric Ten Hag is probably a legend at the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Eric Ten Hag, legend of the club. The only manager that's in there, which is kind of insane, really, isn't it? That's absolutely bonkers. Was recently sacked after 2 games at Leverkusen, but spent 13 seasons as Inter Milan manager in this world. Crazy stuff. Oh yeah, we've done really well. Second and third, although you have dropped off from first place. But points-wise, massive, really. The past positions, if we're looking at it, I threw it away.
Oh, you come up, didn't you?
I threw it away.
You were there for a long time.
I was leading the pack for a long time, so I'm a bit gutted about that. We'll have a look at my fixtures towards the end of the season after we look at the competitions. Yes! Champions League!
Oh, that's a bad one for me.
That's huge!
The only thing I'm glad to see there is the Arsenal.
Yeah, it was the team what beat.
Yeah.
Wow, right. Well, I was against 10 men for ages.
Yeah.
Chris Rubb. I think it's not how it's pronounced, but 1 minute into the game, and it took me into the 95th to equalise.
Oh, love a late goal.
When they were down to 10 men, which by the looks of it, I was battering them waiting for this goal when they were down to 10 men, because that's their centre-back who's come off by the looks of it as well. Oh my God, what a game. And then Alfredo Secchi, the new signing with the Afro, 115 minutes, got the goal in that DLF role. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. In the semi-final, I beat Porto, which is great. Quarter-final. Oh, there it is. Oh, both fixtures as well. Yes. Get in. Not only do I get the 7 points for winning the Champions League, but I get 3 for knocking you out of it as well. Lovely stuff.
Oh, bad season for me.
Lovely stuff. That is superb. Round of 16, you were knocking out Liverpool while I was knocking out Empoli. I've been crossing paths with Empoli left, right and centre.
Yeah.
It is a weird one, this. Knockout playoff round I was in that. You wasn't. Benfica.
I did say I had the easier.
Yeah. You qualified there with 2 losses, 1 draw, and 5 wins. You won the hard ones.
Yeah.
You beat Liverpool and Bayern Munich and lost to Dinamo Zagreb. Finished down in 17th. So 3 losses there. Rangers, Man City, Atletico. Drew 2 to Benfica and Zagreb. And won 3. Went to Galatasaray and won 3-1 on that final day.
Good.
Whenever it was. Oh, I can't believe that. I tell you what we didn't check was the league fixtures against each other. Because I only lost 2. Didn't lose to you. I beat you twice. So I finished higher and got 2 points to that as well.
That's a disastrous season for me. I was bringing League and Cup champions last season.
So the only way that you can save this is if you've won the Coppa Italia, which you haven't done.
I lost in the quarter-final.
That is a bad year. Did you beat me in this? No, I wasn't even in it. So, 0 points for you, by the looks of it, Dad, this season.
What did I have last season?
The tables
9
have
points
turned.
last season.
Yeah.
No points this season.
Jesus. Right, okay, so 22 goals for you for Esposito. Michel Lauren also got 21. He's developing into one of your better players.
Yeah.
19 goals from Fiorentini, who is the Lazio guy you signed this year. Burrito only with 17. The other Esposito, who you signed at right back, has been really good.
He is looking good now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been
Because I didn't think
phenomenal.
he'd get that good, but they classed him as world class now. Like.
Yeah, so he's been
I'm really pleased
good.
with that signing, yeah.
By the way, if you're wanting to take over these or maybe pinch one of the tactics that we've got on here, the save game file will be made available for you on patreon.com/MegaLoopGaming, link in description, or, of course, the YouTube channel membership pages. If you press join and you're on the £5 tier, then you get access to all the save game files that we put up. To pinch tactics, to carry on the saves, do whatever you want with them, just have a browse around, a deeper look, then you can do that. Plus, if you're on the YouTube channel members, you might be watching this video slightly earlier than everybody else because I've had the ability to do that on YouTube through their systems and the channel members thing. So thank you very much to everybody who supports using the channel members or the Patreon. You help Dad be here instead of being at work, which he hates. Now,
2 lovely days here.
For you, anyway. We've got £105 million in the transfer budget, Dan. We have a huge wage budget.
What did I do to win that? Who won the European Cup?
Yeah, this is crazy. And you're in the minus balance. What is going on? Do you have did we miss when you had a big financial takeover? No, it's just still the same guy. Just mental amounts of money being chucked into the club, especially because your wage has gone up
I'm not going to
even
moan.
more.
I'm not going to moan.
I expect massive things from me then if I've just won the Champions League. 40 goals in 49 starts for Cianacci, which is great. 20 for Secchi. Marquez, not as many, and he's dropped off a little bit, look. 32 years of age. Oh, never mind. It was a good run, though. Palotozzi has kind of developed into one of my better players in that midfield spot. He looks really good as well, so I'm happy with that. Locking in my wing-back. He can now play that naturally, so that's good. And he's better as well. Fontana. Kishan, who I locked in, is looking quite good as well at that right side of defence. And Tobias, yeah, that looks... bit of development there, I'd say so. So, in my better goalkeeper now. We've also got the Club World Cup by the looks of it to play, so we'll have a check to see if anybody has won that after we look at the points. Oh, by the way, my transfer budget, £23 million. Nowhere near. That's really disappointing. Points then for season number 4 is Omega Luke with 13 and Dad with 0, meaning the total points going into the final year is Omega Luke with 22 and Dad with 12. Okay, Dad, final season, you're now 10 points behind.
Oh, such a bad season. That's really cost me, that is. I've got to do a lot of winning this season, haven't I?
Yeah. £86 million was on the out. So we had Francisco Burrito, who's left the club. His pace has gone down, which is probably the reason why that you have decided to sell him to Al Ittihad.
Oh, I thought it was a good price for a 33-year-old.
Yeah, I agree. Not bad at all, really. Then we got Kokabal, who I don't think we even mentioned, really, but he's gone out for $40 million. He's been here the last couple of seasons. Anyway, you signed him for $49 million. He's gone for $41.
He's still playing a lot of games, even though we haven't mentioned him, though. So.
Yeah. Then £14 million for Ullier, who was the Czech Republic centre-back that you signed for $12 million, sold him for 14. So a bit of profit there.
Yeah.
After you played quite a lot of games. But 250 smackaroos was spent, and you paid £67 million for a Getafe player. So we'll see how this one plays out. Ferreira has joined the club.
I'm going to really strengthen my defence up here. I think that's where I was sort of lacking a little bit more. So, another right back, just in case my other right back gets injured. But he can play right across the back four there. Strong with both feet. So, I think he's good. His physicals are really good as well. He's only 5'10", but and he can't header up. I don't think he's not very good at headering. So, but apart from that, I think he's fine.
Okay, left-footed right back.
Yeah,
questionable. Filippo Pisani from Chelsea, £92 million for 107. This better be a good player.
There's another left back. So
left centre back. He's more than
So he plays at both the positions really, and he's another one who can be both footed, so he can play right across there as well. Like I said, I'm just really strengthening my defence up. If I get any injuries, I've got really good players that drop into the positions if they don't get into the first team as it is. He's Italian, so I ain't got to worry about him getting into the team. I'm quite happy with that as well, really.
By the looks of it, he was in Inter Milan's youth academy and played one really good season when they were good 3 years ago, before moving to Chelsea for 51, and then you paid almost double the price. Tom Pennington, from relegated Atalanta.
Well, there you go.
£40 million for the striker from England.
I had to replace the player there that sort of I sold as well, so the attacking midfielder. So I got this guy in. I think he can do the damage for me. He's really good going forward. So just sat right behind him in the advanced playmaker or the attacking midfielder role. I think he's really good.
Yeah, he tries killer balls with 19 vision, 16 pass, and 17 technique.
He's got it all, isn't he?
He's going to get some assists, I imagine, this season. Then finally, we got Antonio Ores for £54 million from Benfica. World-class centre mid.
Yeah, this player here, I was looking for another defensive midfielder.
He kept coming up on my scout reports all the time.
I just kept on looking at him thinking, if you was only a defensive midfielder, I would jump at you, and you're more of the advanced midfielder. But I thought, I can train him for that position. I reckon if I put him in that position, he'd be all right. He is really good. Like you say, your scouts are picking him up. My scouts are picking him up all the time. So I just went for it in the end. Last season, I've got to try and win everything. So this guy's going to be in the midfield for me and help me out.
Okay, well, tactically then, setting up with pretty much exactly the same. I think a couple of player roles has changed.
I haven't changed a lot.
But you lock in Pisani in at left wing back.
I locked him in. I felt I wanted this guy to be straight in there. So I thought I'm going to lock him in. Usually I wouldn't have locked him in because I had two good players at that position, but I've took a chance really.
Yeah, because he takes the place of Akampora, who you signed a few seasons ago, who's the right-footed one.
I do think he is better than him, but my assistant manager, for some reason, doesn't think he is better.
I think it's because he's not natural in that position, I imagine. But the rest of your lineup is how you'd want it. Pennington's in there next to Lauren. Francisco's still in there. Obviously, you locked him in quite early on in his career and probably benefited from doing so. He looks really good now as a defensive midfielder.
I'm looking forward to it. I think my defence now is solid. I got 2 players for every position there, really, and I've just got to hope that my front 4 do the business for me, really.
Okay, well, schedule at the start of the season. You played Inter Milan.
I'll give them a right hammering. And I thought this is it. This season is mine. I'll give them a right hammering, and then I'll go to Milan and get stuck.
But they are the champions.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so it was going to be the harder game of the 2. But when you're beating Inter Milan 5-0, you think, yeah, this is my season, which is what I did. So yeah, a bit disappointed with the second goal. The second
Welcome
result.
to the Serie A, Vincent
Yes.
Company. AC Milan still with under Matt Ryan, the most defensive team ever, conceded 1 already. Oh.
Yeah.
You did beat Napoli as well. Tom Pennington's got 2 back-to-back goals there. So
Yeah, good
did he
start for
score
him.
against Inter Milan? He did. 3 games in 3.
Good
For
start
Tom
for him.
Pennington.
Yeah.
Champions League fixtures then. Let's have a look at what you've got lined up in the Champions League. Got Jagordans and Maribor at the end. This is the Champions League. It is? What the hell are those 2 teams? How the hell have they done that?
I've got a little bit of an hard start, a little bit of it easier in the middle, and really easy finish. I think it's just the Milan and the 2 games at the front I've got to worry about. Really, I think the rest of the games I should win comfortably and cruise through, I think.
Okay, well, let's have a look to see what I've been up to. Because I sold £33 million worth of players, Raul has left the club for £28 million. Been toying with selling him for a while. This season seemed to be the one that I wanted to pull the trigger on that. Ordenez has finally gone as well, but only for £5 million. Now, coming in, we've got a couple of free transfers. Morten Peterson from Midtjylland, 27-year-old Danish midfielder. So he comes in Raul's sort of replacement role, to be honest, more than anything. Jan Ove Bach from PSV Eindhoven. Another free transfer, more of an attacking side of that that midfield centre role, but he can go further forward. Of course, we played the diamond, and he can play in that role as well. But we're not using that anymore. Obviously, we switched the 3 at the back. Franco Martinez is £15 million move from Boca Juniors. That's bloody risky, Luke, after your history. I know. Thankfully, I think you'll find it's the only non-EU player I signed in the last 3 years since that happened. So I finally allowed myself to sign one, and he was being able to be registered. But Franco Martinez, who's been on my scout reports for a long time, another player that was just stuck at Boca Juniors, looks to be a decent striker, a good 3rd option. Very much like Pedro Marquez in the fact that he can cross and he can pass, and he literally plays the same 3 positions as what Pedro Marquez was, but obviously he's dropped off a bit of a cliff, to be honest. The final player, the one that I only spent £44 million on as my biggest signing, Gustav Svard from Juve. That does look a Swedish name. It is indeed a Swedish name. Centre-back. Centre-back option. Not very good at marking and passing, but the rest of his attributes as a centre-back is not too bad at all. So, fairly strong left foot, very strong right foot. I'm happy with that. He's only 25 years of age. They only paid £5 million for him last year, but he did play 28 games that he started, and he's already started well for me because he's got a 7.2 average rating. Is that because, obviously, we have established ourselves with a back 3, but if you're looking at my best 11, Martinez actually goes in. Franco Martinez goes in next to Achi as that DLF, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to buy him. Obviously, with that Champions League win, I need to keep the same tactic. He is a much better DLF than what we were using, so he goes straight in. The midfielder goes straight in as well. Svard goes on that right-hand side because Kishan is locked in. Not even locked in. He's just got that position down to a T in that centre-back role next to Moilander, who is the free transfer that we got a couple of seasons ago and really made that left side his own. 6'5", bit of a beast up the back there. In front of Balin. So I'm happy with this team. I think this is a good lineup now, and we still got lots of decent options on the bench. And currently, we're winning the league. 3 goals in all 3 of my fixtures so far. We even beat Milan.
90th minute penalty.
Oh, yep. And we're down to 10 men because James Flanagan.
That's an even better win, isn't it?
Yeah.
At their place.
So then we got a 3-0 against Torino and a 3-1 against Catania. So we started off really well indeed. 3 wins from 3 in the league, 1 in the Super Cup. Champions League fixtures then. Let's see it. We've got Manchester City. Oh, by the way, we did all of the fixtures. The Club World Cup. Yeah, Pachuca knocked us out in the second round, so we'll move on. Did not do very well in that. Champions League, we've got Manchester City, Porto and Chelsea to begin with, which could be tricky. Ending though in Benfica, PSV and Club Brugge with Besiktas and Shakhtar in the middle. Quite confident I could go through that.
Yeah, you should be, yeah.
I reckon I might even be able to top the group.
You should do, really. You're champions at the moment.
Yeah,
so,
Man City and Chelsea are kind of the only 2 there that you think might give me a bit of a game.
Yeah.
But I still fancy our chances. So, yeah. Is either of us going to play in that Champions League in season number 5 after I picked it up in season number 4? Dad needs a huge season. 10 points behind after taking the lead and getting 0 points last season. You need a big one this year.
I need to win everything. Definitely need to. For points wise, I need this one.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. Right, well, season number 5 and is off to a good start for Dad, who has just claimed the title. Empoli there again. That is crazy. Milan has dropped off down to 73 points, and they lost 5 games in total. Massive drop off.
I lost 6 games, but I still got 90 points.
Yeah, you only conceded 22 goals though, which is very close to obviously what Milan had last year.
Goal difference is 75. That's the most we've had as well.
Yeah, lost 6. There's one for me.
That's one more point I've got to get back.
You lost twice to Empoli, which is pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
They finished in second. I can't believe they've done so well, finishing in second place. Who's their manager? Some absolute genius, Abel Ferreira. They have got some good players, so this key player, their left back, has been fantastic for them for, I think he's been there for ages. Oh, God, yeah, there we go. Look how long he's been there. I felt like I'd seen him on my scout reports for so long, but his value has been absolutely mental. Like, who's going to pay that? So, yeah, he's been there for a long, long time at Empoli. Maybe that's the reboot that you could take the save over and do with Empoli. They seem to be rich as hell right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm down in 3rd place there with 82 points. Inter Milan behind us in 4th. Vincent Kompany kept this job there. AC Milan sacked Matt Ryan and brought in Xabi Alonso. That's crazy. Why would you do that? Matt Ryan was unbelievable in that season. I bet he hasn't even got a job yet. He is wanted, though, by a couple of clubs. I imagine he'd be with a job very soon, is Matt Ryan. But okay, profile of the league. And of course, we're in season number 5. Let us know if you're part of the season 5 crew down in the comments. S5 crew. Let us know. Oh, I always love to see those comments. I always put a nice little love heart as well. Really do appreciate you guys who get to the end of the video.
Yeah,
maybe when FM 26 comes out, we need to start doing season 5 crew merch. I think that'll be the next thing that we can do. But Michel Laurent 21 there goals for you, Dad, in fact.
Yes.
Which is your centre attacking midfielder. So not even our strikers are up there.
Yeah.
But Alfredo Secchi did get 17. Fiorentini and Laurent got 2 of the highest average rating behind Morina, who is Empoli's striker, who's done quite well by the looks of it, 'cause he also got 18 goals and the most man of the matches. But that massive striker for Inter Milan got 17 assists this year. So he's 34 years of age, still one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
But clean sheets,
20 of them.
Yeah.
Really pleased with that. That's why you win the league.
I was playing the other goalkeeper. I don't know why we were playing the other goalkeeper, because the other one played the first 3 fixtures. That makes no sense. We'll have to check that. You feel like I don't think he's anywhere near as good as the other one. He isn't. It makes no sense.
You got 19 clean sheets, though.
Yeah, I was playing for it back, though, to be fair.
Yeah, true,
with some really good defenders.
Yeah.
Fiorentina this year was relegated.
Yeah.
So some big teams have gone down. Maybe that's what you do to take over. I'm giving you lots of ideas with this save game file, by the way, because Atalanta still down there, by the looks of it, unless they've managed to pluck their way back up. Oh, they've just been promoted.
So there you go.
So there we
There's
go.
another team you can take over with.
Yeah.
What's
So
their project going to be?
Atalanta is in there. We've got Fiorentina has just gone down, so you might be able to rescue some legendary Italian clubs, rebuild some of them. Maybe you want to do that or take them over. But okay, we're on Luke and Bari. Oh, actually, you lost against me once.
Yeah.
Didn't draw, so you beat me the other game.
Right.
So although I gain a point, you gain 5 for winning the league and beating me. So that's 4 out of the 6 points you claim back.
I need that Champions League tonight.
You do, unless I've
So who are
won
we on
something.
now?
We're on me.
You, is it? Right.
Competitions. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Oh.
That's not a good sign.
Bayern Munich done me a favour there, knocking you out.
Okay, so I didn't make the Champions League or the Coppa Italia. The Super Cup, I beat Empoli. I lost to Empoli, sorry. Didn't play you in that one. So it is all down
Come
to
on.
how you did this
Come
season,
on.
Dad. Winner of the Coppa Italia, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. You beat Inter Milan in the final. There's 3 points. But you also lost to Bayern Munich, who lost to Man City in the final on penalties at Wembley. So there I was being knocked out in the quarterfinal by them,
So
3-2.
when you look at that, it's all top teams in that as well, really,
Yeah.
in it. So it's going to be an hard one.
You were knocking out Juve before losing to Bayern Munich. You knocked out Empoli this time round. They shown up so much in this. It was unbelievable. I knocked out Arsenal, who I beat in the final the year previous. Get in, you dirty, horrible rats. 6-2 after that.
They had a pop-up, didn't they, in the end?
League phase there. Dad, you finished in 4th. So 1 loss from you against Man City, 1 draw to AC Milan, 6 wins there. So you've
beat Bayern Munich there.
beat Bayern Munich there 2-1. I think I played them as well, didn't I? I lost 3. Lost to Man City and Chelsea and Benfica. 1-5. I didn't play them. But I did win 5 of my games. So, yeah. Before we look at the points then, let's see. 33 goals for Michel Lauren with 12 assists. Esposito got 29 to finish this off. He did get some caps. He scored
It goes
3
to
goals
show when you get in your
games.
30s, never give up, my friend. Never give up.
You can't say that. You sell them as soon as they get in their 30s. Fiorentina got 19 and 14, 13 for Tim Van Bert. Disappointing.
Yes. It is
Because
disappointing,
he is
but
clearly your best striker.
Oh, 100%. He's my best striker. But then again, I don't care who scores the goals. I mean, best season I had for scoring goals. All right. They shared it around a bit more, that's all.
Yeah, because he only got 10 goals this season, 11 the season before. Francisco got quite a good season as well under his belt. Tom Pennington got 12 assists. After all that, he scored 4 goals in a row.
Yeah. And he only scored 5 the whole season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's such a good start, didn't he?
Pizzani got 14 assists, so locking him in at left wing back was a good decision. Transfer budget, if you... Oh my God, you got so much money for whoever decides to take this over.
The wages, look.
That's crazy money. Fair play. Okay, so financially, you're doing all right. The wages,
That's going to be up,
because something.
If I'm buying the big players now, they're going to be on big wages, aren't they? So
yeah,
that's going to go
money.
up.
Okay, so goals to me. Sechi got 26, 22 from Can Etchi. 13 there from Franco Martinez. That's not a bad season, just not great, unfortunately. Then we've got transfer budget of only £19 million.
You're totally opposite to me, aren't you?
Not a lot at all. Financially, we're £64 million in the red. We've got some debts going on there. My wages are so much less than yours.
Yeah.
Like £1 million a week less. I don't understand. It must be down to like sponsorship or something. However, that's panning out. But there we go. Right, one final look at the points then before we wrap it up. Season 5 points then are Megaluk with 1 and Dad with 8. The total points are Megaluk with 23 and Dad with 20. There you go, Dad. I beat you by 3 points in the end. That season number 4 was the killer for you. No points, and I win the Champions League.
That was it. That's all it was about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You won the Champions League. I didn't. You won the whole challenge. Well done.
I didn't actually win the league in that whole time. So this is what?
I won it twice.
Yeah, so that's 19 seasons, and I didn't actually win the league. I don't think I've ever managed to pull that off with a team, even though I was controlling everything the last 5 seasons.
It was good,
crazy.
Though. It was good.
Good to take them over after so much pain and watching all your best players get sold.
It was so hard when we was watching what the director of football was bringing in. You're just thinking, this is killing us.
Yeah,
so it was nice to take them over and then be where we thought we should have been, really.
I agree. Coming up, though, we've still got one more challenge we think remaining, and that is another venture into a massive Super League. We're in the 3rd tier of the Super League. That'll be coming out this week, so make sure you are subscribed. Thank you very much to the Season 5 crew. And, of course, if you want to pre-order Football Manager 26, you could do so using the link, or if you go straight to Fanatical yourself and put it in your basket, you can use code OMEGA to give you that discount to make it it's cheaper there than it is on Steam or Epic, but you get the Steam code still, so it's as if you bought it from Steam. You just get given a Steam code through your email, you pop it into your Steam library, and it's there straight away. You get early access as well, it's Sega verified, and you support me as a creator, and if you just use the link at the top of the description, it'll direct you straight to the page, plus take the discount off, no questions asked. There we go. So thank you very much to everybody who's been using that. Really do appreciate it. And why not check out this video on screen right now, because I decided to do a Youth to Gold with whatever club Surprise Shirt sent me. And it was a big one, from Italy in fact.